Axe as well as Snake Doctor Shadow Shaman. They do break the smoke though, so Pastry King in the front line doesn't quite connect with what he wants to, but they'll find the Snake Doctor Shadow Shaman instead, and they just swarm him, and this will be your first blood pretty early on, pretty easy on, as Frostbyte make the first just to farm them. As the lane gets pushed out under his tower, you see the pull coming in from the Dire side, the Frostbyte making sure they can control this, put a little bit of pressure on the ground. Do you see any engagement though? Put a pretty very low and is brought down. So of course that Battle Hunger doing a lot of work. Oh, he never won though, but he does manage to turn around, get the curse off. With the paralyzing cast going through, I don't think he's gonna be brought down. That is only level 1, but it's gonna be Hondo in trouble here. He's spinning around, but Cool Spray more than enough to finish the job. So very hard for Hondo and Snake Doctor to actually finish the job. 2 levels in Shackles, not a fan of that. Obviously Shackles is a great level 1 spell, but the scaling of it is definitely not as powerful as going high levels in Fork Lightning or just getting the level 6 and start charging you down on a tower. I'm a little bit surprised in fact that Cuddles hasn't been a little bit more aggressive at this point myself. You can see he's got a level advantage on the Zeus. Wouldn't mind seeing him do that. But hold on, Snapfire bomb lanes, who's caught up by the Breeze Fire from Odyssey. Fire from Odyssey. In top lane looks like there's some aggression as well, as they'll also finish one. And Shazo, he wants to finish the job on Hondo underneath his tier 1 tower, and one more Cool Spray will do it. And there it is. Frostbyte are looking dominant underneath his tier 1 tower, and one more Cool Spray will do it. And there it is. Frostbyte are looking dominant in the laning phase at the moment. I was a massive fan of their drafting, but they've played the lanes beautifully.
Amateur.
Looks like bot lane they will lose the Hoodwink. So sure Buddy wants to pick this fight. Obviously Cuddles will have another charge of his Elf Gap available not too long. He's going to run down the little squirrel, and Buddha should be brought down here. Gonna try juke, but read like a book. Cuddles finds the kill. But probably bolts just to remove any kind of warding. It's a pain. Bottom lane though, they catch out the Dry Ranger again. Buddy is there. They're going to bring the help. Cuddles is there. Needs to get the kill in the DK. And the Frost Arrows are going to support. Multi-shot comes out as well. So they'll bring down the DK. They need a little bit more from this. The support can come in and the Cool Spray will definitely start to hurt. They realize on the Snapfire he needs to get out. He actually is probably going to fall down here. He does go back with the cookie. That's a bit of paperwork. And they're bringing the support from Dark Horse as well. A little bit of a cheeky play from the Snapfire means their woman does go for the like of a shard, which I think you'll expect to see in an axe at some point. Definitely not a hero to trifle with. Top lane though, you're going to pick up the TA, and they want to finish off the job on the Snake Doctor. He's back and not in a position. Forward they go. They're going to pick up Dark Horse. They'll find him for free on the back lines. Look at Pastry. He manages to pick out Cuddles as well. And it looks like they're going to get a lot out of this deal. Hondo tries to back off, but they lose three effectively for nothing. And Hondo is being run down here as well. Odyssey and Co want to finish the job. BNA needs one more top vault and will connect. They're going to pick up 4 for nothing, and they're going to start farming the Serpent Wards as well. Potentially with like a safety ward in that kind of position. But they know exactly what's going on, and they're still hunting him. And the top ball is just wide. There's going to be enough to give the vision, and Dark Horse will be brought down. He was trying to wait it out, trying to push out the lane was safe. No one's showing, but able to well, just players like however they like. And Odyssey goes very aggressive. He has actually potentially overplayed his hand. He'll be brought down, and they give up a beautiful paralyzing cast. And in comes the sharpshooter. In comes the LT from the Zeus. And BNN friends, they want to mop things up. They do very different functions. They're going to catch out the Dry Range again. Dark Horse should be brought down. It gets a little bit of support from the Shadow Shaman, but again, beautiful work. Honestly, fantastic follow-up from Pastry King. He's doing a phenomenal job here. They're going to catch out cut well, but they do get the support from the Mortimer's Kisses. It's going to push back their foe. And Odyssey, he's actually pretty low back here, and he will get some support, but he is possibly going to be brought down. They bring down the Witch Doctor in the back lines. Being a little bit close here for his liking. Has D, Mortimer that can actually snap cookie onto ledges if you have to. Mid lane, Hondo should be brought down here. He did get very low. In the end, they're able to finish the job thanks to top vault. So and of course the top ball comes in, the Dragon Tail will follow up as well. Shazo and Co, and a beautiful call comes up from Hondo. He's trying to drag them away. He has no thought about surviving. He just wants to keep his TP. Goes into the tree line, he won't be able to TP away. Paralyzing cast is there. Nice bit of work. Gonna commit the Serpent Ward, and they're gonna drop the Shackle. A lot of damage onto the Witch Doctor, which does mean he falls. Back line, they're trying to do what they can with Dark Horse, whilst they try to keep the TA alive, but he will fall, and the Frost Arrows just aren't enough to finish the job on the Zeus. And finally the tower kicks in, and they do find the kill that they need, but Dark Horse is gonna fall his wall here. Beautiful Gus will push back his opponents, but he's just being body blocked, slowed down, and eventually killed off. You're 5 for 2. An immediate buyback comes in. That needed on to either of those two. Do not focus the BB, brings down the DK first. but no support coming in. So Odyssey should actually be brought down here. They do miss with the Cull, but with the additional damage coming out from the Battle Hunger as well as the charge, they're going to be able to finish the job. That was a massive fight for them. Not phenomenal execution. I did see that there was a couple of times when Medallion could have been used. But this path comes and they actually able to finish one. The disables return though, and Blade Fury goes wild. Dark Horse wants to get on the map here, and he will with the style. As they find their first kill, they do lose the bounty runner. That's in the way of Shazo. So the first blood goes to...
I think it was a little bit of a misplay by MLGC after that godlike bushwhack. It should have been their first blood.
Oh wow, we're going to miss the second blood as a top lane. They do manage to pick up Buddable, is trying to get to the ball. Anyways, moving right along, back to the other things that matter in the game, I wanted to make a very important point. You see, one of these teams is definitely prettier than the other, as CM dies. And MLGC...
CM have a Frost? No, not yet. She's got a Clarity going.
Might have had the mana if she had that aura for another Frostbite, just saying.
Nope.
Buddable in
Look at that.
Will be caught out. Stop it, Storm Shadow. Don't take his side. Unacceptable behavior.
So,
I'm Sunstrike. Keep an eye on Tiny. Probably going to see it in a second.
Float.
Go very wide.
Oh.
Hard
Tiny
though,
me.
to be fair.
Yeah, Tiny me. Oh, they got no, kill top. Oh,
We went into the Ghost Walk. If he had oh, hold on, Storm Shadow's there. He could connect with the slow. Cuddles will drop down the Sunstrike, but the damage should be that finish off the Tiny and is. Nice bit of work there. MLGC actually could have done a little bit better there for once again top of Odyssey, and they of course have the support they need from the Storm Shadow. They're going to slow Odyssey down, but of course he does have that speed. The Squirrel, hard to bring down, does not connect with his own his own bushwhack, so it is brought down regardless. But at the very least, engagement comes. Storm Shadow takes quite a bit of damage. They're going to re-engage with the Void Spirit as well. Hondo is there to help out though. They're going to commit the Stampede as well. They're going to get right on top of Buddable, and they will be able to finish off easily. Remember, that is a support Void, so not a huge loss for them. It did also force out though. Like I've done with you, and I want this Sharpshooter will go wide, but they will try to connect onto Storm Shadow. They'll find him, they'll kill him, and they'll kill our dear sweet Aura carrier. But Dark Horse will survive, so just as much as they lost the Void mid, there's not... Can they bring him down though? He's actually ready to deal with the Scurry. We'll get the support he needs! The Macapie and the Ice Path are there! Pastry King, BNA, and friends are gonna time being, but they still go back in this voice, but it does want to pick slide. The high five was a fake. They go in, there's a beautiful meatball flying through. Bomb comes in with the double hoof stop. They're gonna pick up two. There might be more on the table though. Pastry King, but it wasn't used.
Tiny middle.
Meanwhile, in mid lane world, where Dark Horse is about to die, because here's the thing, he just used up everything, he gets double stunned and deleted. I wasn't lying when I said he was about to die, but if you can use the Tiny in the game, he's going to jump. Cuddles, gets off a Deafening Blast, to back things off, does get caught out though, by the high ground though, gets tossed up again. MLGC had such a good play, but they're kind of losing it a bit here. Telekinesis.
Pings the ward instantly.
Yeah.
Pings
I was
the
like, hey, that's still a good shot though. Where's this Sharpshooter going over here? It's going up towards... Cuddles is going to miss, they pick up BNA. He's going to pay finally because he's had...
Amulets. I guess Boca?
Sorry, top lane. Bum caught out again. Will get caught out as well, juking around, but unfortunately absolutely nowhere to go. Gets off a decent double hoof stomp, but he realizes he's not long for this world. Gets a little bit of help and keeps himself alive. Gets the support he needs. Bum though on the front lines. They do manage to catch up BNA. The Macapie is beautiful. There's just not enough actually. Fortunately, splitting the fight in half, but they were just able to run it down. And Dark Horse forward, and here's Shazo trying to run down Storm Shadow. Should be able to finish the job. Gets caught up by the Frostbyte, but gets off the core as well. Hanging on to it, they finish off the CM and the Invoker. That was off screen for me, but very important. Bum low, still alive though. And on the back lines, they did put it as well as Odyssey trying to pick away. Cuddles is still up. They're going to try a re-engagement. They're going to use the Stampede as well. In the end, they've lost two, but they'll pick up the axe as well. I don't think. TP is available, and they do have...
Why is he not going for the...
Odyssey just luring Bum into death here, and will finish the job. But hold on. Can Storm Shadow get there? It doesn't look like it. Interesting. Top lane, we may just be wishing the Centaur Warrunner one way. Bum caught out. He's a tanky fella, but not tanky enough. Tried desperately to get a hoof stomp off, but unfortunately he'll never quite reach it. And you know what?
because no one else is really building anything like to buff them up. Like none of these supports have even a solo crest, which is very surprising. I think CM
Sorry, mid lane to catch out the voice road, so something useful. Obviously, once again, Aegis has popped, so now the fight will recommence. And Shazo, he's being controlled. Can they finish the job? Shazo very low. He's going to be brought down here for sure. And they finish off exactly who the player that they needed to twice in a row. Him alive. They're going to leave him as Dark Horse immediately plays Furies away from Pastry King's Ice Shard. And in comes the support from the Rubik again. MLGC want game 3. And I tell you what, they might just get
Look at bottom!